Due to time, all protocols observed both in this auditorium today and online. Thank you for having me. When you look at me and you look at the name badge on my side, you will see the name South Africa written. But I represent something that's bigger than my country. I represent a purpose, a plan, a vision, and a hope for all of humanity that I've actively been working for long before I was blessed enough to have this crown. Being Miss World is something that is a calling. It's a life's purpose, but it is seen in every single thing you do, from how you treat others to how you show up when you feel like you're not enough. And there are plenty of moments when I felt that way. But in all honesty, what has kept me going is a little special boy I met when I first became an audiologist. His grandmother brought him to the clinic because she was worried he was struggling at school and she didn't think he'd be able to make it. But she said something that stuck with me. Years later, I still can't believe how painful it was to hear those words because they were a reminder of my own experiences of feeling as if I was not enough to be cared for by the world that I was in. She said, I brought him to this clinic because I want him to hear, but I have to choose between getting healthcare and being able to ensure he eats the next meal. And no family should ever have to choose between their dignity, their right to be able to access the care that they deserve, and the opportunity to have a child that's dreaming and living and learning and growing. That is not the world I want to live in. That is when I decided to found my nonprofit, Caring Purpose. We are focused on 3 pillars: accessible healthcare through our mobile clinics across communities in my country, nutrition programs through food gardens, and literacy programs in schools and orphanages. When this all began, it was honestly from the boots of my car and a few friends. The lovely thing about working in a clinic is there's always someone willing to help even outside of work. The problem is when you don't have resources and you're often very tired from long shifts, you feel so limited because you're not sure if you'll be able to help more than just a big organization that is able to help you Monday to Friday. But over the past 4 years, we have successfully assisted 770 young people to be able to know that they're cared for, that they're loved, and that their circumstances does not have to determine their future. And since my crowning as Miss World South Africa on the 18th of July, a special date in my country because it represents our hero, Nelson Mandela, an icon and a beacon of hope, of restoration and redemption, I was able to touch a further 500 children. I know these all seem like numbers, but each child I was able to come across, to connect with, to hug, hold, and even pray over is a testament to a world where dignity is being restored, where communities do not have to rely on handouts, where they are actively being empowered to be catalysts of change for themselves. I know everything seems like it's very airy because we all want world peace. But in all honesty, I truly believe that we can and will achieve it. Our organization has been able to prioritize the first 5 sustainable development goals, from no hunger to zero poverty to access to healthcare and education and well-being, and to ensuring that we're promoting equality through schools across the country and neighboring nations. We've been able to partner up with the leading medical biological technology company in my country that has allowed us to have access to mobile clinics that are fully equipped with solar panels, generators, toilets even, because some communities do not have those bare necessities. And on top of that, we are now expanding to countries such as Swaziland, Namibia, and they've allowed us to be able to speak to leaders from France and the Netherlands, because we know poverty, illness, malnutrition is not a South African problem. It is an investment problem in our futures. So I stand here today to implore you to be able to use your voice to continue inspiring others, because each and every single one of us is a vision of hope and care. But also to join me in not being afraid of standing up and not looking away when justice needs to be served. And sometimes justice looks like acknowledging a child, telling them that they matter, and ensuring that the world we create is one that is allowing them to thrive as best as they're supposed to, and is planting that nurturing. Hello and goodbye. I'm Romanda Hombir. I'm an audiologist, a 2 times master's candidate, a UNICEF graduate, but also, most importantly, I'm a gardener of hope, dignity, and faith restored in our humanity. Thank you.
Qualifying from Africa are South Africa, and we will give you a warning with 15 seconds before we have to wrap up. Okay, here we go. Question. If you could give every girl in Africa one thing that money cannot buy, what would it be and why?
As a young lady that's currently living with endometriosis, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and fibroids, I had my first encounter with a healthcare professional who surprisingly actually listened to me for the first time last year. And since then, I've been able to get intervention through multiple surgeries, and honestly, it's been life-changing. But there was a moment where I was heavily depressed because everything changed in an instant. I moved from being very active in my community to feeling very hopeless and wondering if I'd ever be able to be strong enough to make a difference. So if there's one thing I'd love to give to every single girl in Africa and the world at large, it's hope. The ability to believe that things will get better in time, even if it doesn't feel like it. As you look at me, you are seeing a descendant of a domestic worker, of a waitress, and also of a vegetable seller. Those are 3 remarkable women that have raised me and led me to be the person you see today, who've invested in my education and in the work I'm able to do simply because they had hope that it would be possible for me. So, ladies, continue hoping, continue believing. You are the change we all need. Thank you.
Thank you very much, South Africa. Well, one candidate left. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the result. Our final head-to-head challenge. The winner for Africa, who is fast-tracked to the top 40 of Miss World and is the Africa Continental Champion. That goes to South Africa. Congratulations, South Africa. Wow. Would you like to say a few words, please?
I just really have to say thank you. Opening up about my health struggles was very difficult because there's a lot of shame that comes from being sick, especially in a society that sees women as weak. So to know that despite that pain, I'm still able to make a difference and it's appreciated. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations, South Africa. And again, to the other ladies, well done. We look.
Good afternoon. Xin Chào. I'd love to reintroduce myself as the official ambassador for Vietnam. And let me tell you, you're in for a treat. I first arrived a few weeks ago, nervous, worried if there'd be a cultural difference, but surprisingly, it's a lot like home. It's warm, filled with the most vibrant people that are extremely resilient. We learned about their history, how despite everything they've been experiencing over the past decade and even 100 years, they were able to be resilient and hopeful and still have warm, welcoming arms for the world to see. How the locals love waking up early in the morning to go to the beach and even engage in some Tai Chi. And somehow through all of that, they're still always ready to show respect to everyone that comes their way. The warmth of Vietnam is inexplainable, simply because there's so many good memories and experiences I've had. From the delectable fruit, you won't believe they have the smallest little apples, and somehow they have the largest grapes I've ever seen. It is honestly an experience of a lifetime. I have to say, I am ready for the rest of the world to be able to experience the beauty of Vietnam. From Ho Chi Minh City all the way to Hanoi and Ha Long Bay, I have to promise you, you will be in for a treat. And there's absolutely no better place to visit on your next trip than Vietnam.
Thank you very much. Well done, ladies. Now, ladies, you will see that you've had a chance to speak on different subjects today, starting off with your beauty with a purpose and the things that mean the most to you, and then extending through into a question that you did not know in advance, where you had to speak on that, and then finally where you're speaking on something else, something that you all have shared, an experience you've shared, which is what the last round has been. The judges now will make their decisions based upon your answers overall, not just on this one answer, but on your answers overall, and they will give their decision. It won't be done today because they need to go through all of the things you've been doing while you were here. But congratulations. If you'd like to all come forward now, stand together as our continental champions. Come forward and receive the applause of everyone here. Your head-to-head challenge winners, the 75th anniversary Miss World. Let's give them a huge ovation, everyone. And as we say congratulations to our winners, I think we should thank everyone here. You've put on an incredible event with a head-to-head challenge. It's been, I think, a wonderful day. And thank you very much to our judging panel and to all the team here in the Children's Theatre for taking care of us.